Hello, today, Bread Bowl, episode 4 of the second season of the series where I talk about things. Today, we're going to talk about my opinion on writing a book. This is something I wanted to talk about in the last season. It kind of kept getting pushed back, and now we're finally here. I've had an interest in writing a book for a while. I've always thought that doing something like that would be cool. And I always like when different people just, come out with books, whether it's YouTubers. I don't necessarily read them, but I always think it's cool when, YouTubers come out with books or just, things like that. Again, I don't necessarily read a lot myself, but I think it's good to read. And I like the idea of potentially doing something like that. I've always thought, the idea of writing a book about my attempt to be popular on YouTube. I mean, it wasn't really something like, I have to be popular. I mean, I always want to get to the point where I can make enough money off of YouTube, but I never really thought, oh, I gotta be 20 million subscribers. I mean, if I got to 10,000, 100,000, enough where you can make money on it, I always thought that'd be cool. So, I've always thought that as writing a book about trying to get there would be something that'd be cool. And I've always just thought that just writing about something random, I don't know, coming up with a story. I used to love to come up with stories of things that Jewel would do. She was, I had so many things about her that I would say, Jewel would do this. I would say that she was, because I always called her Queen Jewel, because that's how she had that sort of attitude of I'm royal or whatever. So I always kind of made it a joke that she was sort of from England, She was part of the royal family in England. I'm like, oh yeah, she hangs out with the Queen all the time. And I always said I made that a joke. And, I always told these different stories of different things she did. And she had some redneck family from the South. I don't know, it's her redneck cousins or something. But, I always made up interesting stories about her, and I always thought that those would be cool to sort of write down and just make. But, different stories like that are more personal ones about myself. I've always thought would be cool. I always like doing vlogging, and vlogging is a book. Quote me on that. No, but I always thought different things that would be cool to sort of write about whatever, do things about different things of the history. I've always loved history. We're going to get to that as a topic in a couple episodes or in a while, but I've always just liked different things like that. I think there'd just be so many different ideas of stuff I could write for books and things, and I started working on sort of one about myself from about 2010 on in my life, but I don't know. It was sort of the build up to getting to doing YouTube. But I don't know, there's a couple different things that I want to do and just sort of see where things could go from there. But I don't know, again, book writing is always something that I've thought would be fun to just sit down and do. My other issue with book writing is you can always write faster by handwriting than typing. I feel like you can get ideas out really, really fast. You just handwrite. You can be like, okay, this is my idea. And it's a really, really effective way to do stuff. But I've always sort of been hindered by my inability with my handwriting, which is very, very bad. I mean, honestly, this is something that I don't ever discuss, but my handwriting was so bad that in high school I had to have special rules that were in place, or special guides that were in place almost to make it that when I would do work, I couldn't fail assignments and tests due to the teacher not being able to read what I wrote. So, I don't know, I like to bring that up, but I used to have that. And I was even put into an easier English class because they couldn't read what I wrote. I would do one where, they could take their time reading things. It wasn't that I was bad at English. I wasn't bad at that class. you know, it was so easy. I was stuck in this class where people didn't know like simple words, not simple words, not like, you know, the conversation I'm having now. They knew all the words I was saying, but you know, like things that you would understand, like refuge. That was I remember that was one of the vocab words that really stood out to me. I'm like, how do you not know what that means? Some people were like honestly struggling with that. I'm not here to like make fun of them. I get if you struggle with things like that, but I was in a class with that, and that wasn't what I needed. But it was just for like my handwriting was just so bad that I literally on tests that you weren't supposed to like, you know, there was a written essay part. I would be given an iPad or a Chromebook, and I would sit there and type on the iPad or type on the Chromebook in class on the test. Or if I did an assignment, sometimes I'd have to go up and like read the answers to the teacher. I mean, it helped me get through the classes, but it's just something that I don't like to talk about. I found that writing Korean actually is easier for me because, and I feel like the thing is, it slows me down because I have to like write the letters out correctly. I feel like you just can't rush through writing Korean. I'm sure like people who are from Korea, or people who have, you know, not necessarily being from Korea, but you know, grew up knowing Korean, was in their family. You know, people who are Korean, and should just say that and make it easy. But you know, people who are Korean have learned it, whether being from Korea or having their parents from Korea living in a different country. I'm sure writing out Korean, you can do it faster, but I feel like from what I wrote, I can see what I have on my whiteboard over there. I can see it all really easy. And see what it says. So things like that, I think, did hinder my ability to necessarily write a book. Slow me down because, again, when you're handwriting something, because you know ideas pop in your mind so quickly that writing it all out on paper is so much faster. Even if you do type fast, for me, the fastest way I type is on my phone, because I've gotten it down now because I'm not great at typing on my phone. There's people that can type like million words a minute and not look at the screen. I still gotta look at the screen a little bit, but I know the point where like the auto picked words pop up below your type or above your typing, and I can do it so quickly that's how I type so fast. But when it comes to like, you know, if I was writing a book, writing out ideas, it takes so long. I just don't know if I can do that. But I'd like to try. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But that's always something that I sort of thought would be fun to do. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Good awkward pause there. I really like that. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.